conversation of Men Need Love Too with Mr. Shawn Davis. How are you?
I'm good, and you, Elda? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for showing your time and whatever you're going to share today. Listen, this is a non-judgment zone, but I thank you. So before we do get started, go ahead and tell the guests who you are, what you do. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Shawn Davis. Once again, I'm from Stamford, Connecticut. Graduated from Florida University with a master's degree. Can't say too much about myself right now. I'm doing a couple little things. Actually, I just started my business currently right now called AU Apparel. So
okay.
I just started that, and just looking to take off at this point in time.
Okay, that's what's up. AU Apparel. Make sure y'all follow him. Go ahead, drop your handles. Let them know where they can find you so that they can stay connected. Because
yes. So they can find me at SD_9 and also order at auapparel@gmail.com.
All right, there y'all have it. So let's go ahead and have this conversation.
Let's go, let's get it.
So when the topic was presented to you, Men Need Love Too, what was your first thought, your reaction?
To be honest, I thought it was an interesting question because not too many times that we talk about men need love. So when I actually got the invitation to come here and speak about men need love too, I thought it was interesting, and I was willing to have this type of conversation because as a man, in today's society, you already think that men already receive that type of love from their significant other, but that's not always true. Or even from somebody that they're actually trying to get to know. So at this point in time, I think it's a great conversation to have because men need love not just physically but emotionally too as well.
Yeah, because that's the whole overall concept of everything is to bring that awareness that men need that emotional support, they need that mental support, they need that affirmation. Some may call it, stroke his ego, but it's like sometimes it has nothing to do with an ego, but you being a human being as well.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: why do you think it's difficult for men to express what they do need or look for in a relationship when they begin to date and collect information or seek a woman of interest? Why do you think it's so difficult for them to express that they need that mental and emotional support?
Well, I think it's hard for a man to get that confirmation that you're asking, that you're saying right now, because simple fact that, all right, if I'm expressing myself and pouring out my emotions, how would a woman look at me? Would they look at me as a soft type of guy? Somebody that can't provide, or somebody that can't lead the way too as well? So I think that's why a lot of men hold on to a lot of feelings, because they don't want to get judged off rip. So it's a judgment thing. So basically it's the perception how that woman will view them if they were to express that. Most definitely. And I don't want to say all women, but
most women. Like it says, conversations for the mature.
Well, most definitely.
Conversations for the mature. So let me ask you this. When it comes to, that perception, has it ever crossed your mind as a man, what if I do express what I'm looking for when it comes to my mental and emotional support? Have you ever thought about maybe that she will be able to handle that or not look at me in a certain way? Like, has that ever crossed your mind?
Of course. And I think as men we have to step up, too as well, to let women know how we, feeling, exactly how we feeling emotionally, because that's what exactly women are doing at this point in time, right? They have this hot girl summer thing going on. They have all these things that's going on, saying that what they want and all that type of stuff. But men, we need to speak up saying that, all right, well, cool, but this is what we need to as well to make sure that we can provide, for this household.
Oh, that is good.
So I think conversation is key.
Conversation
Conversation is definitely key.
So tell me, and I'm kind of going to put you in the hot seat here. If you're able to express, wait, first of all, are you single? Wait, okay, we got a single, and then we got single.
Okay.
Okay, so single.
What's single now? This is new to me. Okay.
All right, so I think it's been 2 years now. I did a single save and content ? Hashtag while I wait.
Okay.
Okay, and then so I let my audience, single is I'm not married, but I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
And single is I'm out here, y'all. I'm available.
Okay.
I'm on the market. So are you single or are you single?
All right. See, well, I guess the single that I knew of was complicated. So, I guess you can call it single.
Okay. So you're gonna call it single. Yeah. All right. So as a single man who's in a relationship. Because I don't want your girl to come beat me up like, no, sweetheart. But as a man in a relationship, what is something that you felt that you were not receiving in the relationship that you had to communicate that to your significant other, and what was the outcome?
I think one of the most stressful things that I witnessed in my relationship is that seeing my significant other, she was going through her depression and her, ups and downs, and I'm trying to give words of encouragement. I can give words of encouragement to the youth, to anybody I can come across, but when it came down to her, it seemed like she wasn't taking my word, for granted,
Yeah.
So I felt some type of way about that, because if we're supposed to be in this relationship, you should trust me on what I'm trying to tell you, because I'm trying to steer you in the right direction. Even if my direction may not be the direction that you want to go into, but going into some type of direction.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the most stressful times, because I'm trying to steer her in the right direction, help her get her stuff together, including mine too as well. But it just seemed like it was at a roadblock.
Roadblock. Ooh, let me tell y'all, depression is real, you guys. It is real, and it is okay, to have that moment. Just don't stay in that moment. If I could just insert that in right there, because this is completely sidebar, but y'all know how I flow. Okay, I did open up about depression. Listen, if you feel like you are depressed, it is okay for you to, especially like me, love Jesus and have a therapist. It is completely okay. You can love Jesus and still have a therapist. All right, so please seek help. All right.
And I just want to piggyback off what Elda is saying too as well, because depression is real, especially in our Black community. We feel that we're too strong to actually go seek that type of help. And I just want to encourage everyone, if you're feeling some type of way, please go get the help that you need.
And that's good. You know what? Since we are on the topic of depression, and I'm glad you shared that moment between you and your significant other. A lot of people feel that men are excluded from depression, and what people don't understand is that depression does not have a look.
At all.
Okay, it doesn't discriminate, and it doesn't have a certain form. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's based on that person. It's based on how they deal with it. Because, for example, when those moments do come and I feel depressed, it's either I sleep a lot or I'm going to eat. It was to a point where I said, food will never let me down.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Then you got people who would spend money because they need that sense of having, like, okay, I have something. Yeah. So as a man, and a man that needs love too, how do you deal with depression as a man? Completely not including, support from your significant other, friends, or family. Like, help us women understand, how do men deal with depression?
To be honest, I think we lean on one another. Just like, we have our barbershop talks as men. We do those type of things because we have to. We have to see what other people are actually going through to help our situation out. And I think this whole depression thing, please don't think that men don't get it too. As we just said, you know, depression doesn't discriminate. And especially during this whole COVID time, at this point in time, I know I went through my own depression. I went through it hard, and I thought I was the most confident person, the most, you know, well-liked. And once this whole COVID thing happened, my life shifted.
Wow.
It really did shift it. And going and tying that in with the relationship, we was both looking for one another. I think we was both looking for one another to actually help us get out the funk that we was actually in, and it was kind of hard. So as men, I think that we lean on one another, but it also going, you know, seek help from therapy. Our pastors, our coaches, you know, we like to call everybody our coaches, you know, if we grew up in the sports world, but mostly our family too as well. Never doubt, you know, that your family, you know, cannot help you as well.
That's good. That's good. So let me ask you this: in your transition and going through that with COVID and everything, how important was, or how important, because I don't want to say love as past tense, but hear my heart, how important is your significant other love and affirmation to you in such a period of time? How important is it?
I think it was very important because it gave you that validation that everything is going to be okay. You know, so that love, especially during this COVID time, you needed that significant other to let you know that during, these are some down moments at this point in time. You know, you have some ups and downs, but during these down moments, we gotta, you know, hold each other down, and we're going to get through it. So by having that type of conversation, by having that talk with one another, I think it did us justice.
That's good. That is good. So from your perspective, what is a misperception that women have concerning men?
That's a great question. And I think if a woman sees a man not showing too much attention to her, I think that she'll get the wrong idea saying that, well, maybe my man is cheating. Maybe he doesn't have the love for me no more, or maybe he doesn't have, you know, that there's no fire no more. And I would say that's not always the case, because of the fact that the man is always trying to be 2 steps ahead, so he has to go through his process. And within his process, he may get quiet. He may get ghost just a little bit, you know, throughout the day. But just know that if that love is there, he's doing it for the both of you guys. And with that being said, I think that communication, that's where the communication comes into factor. Instead of, you know, overthinking something, have that conversation with your man or your significant other, and you will get the answers that you're seeking versus your mind is taking you somewhere else.
That's good. That's good. So let me ask you this: how can a woman go about that without jumping into conclusions? Because you do have some women, they jump head first. They just jump head first. But when you are, as a man, when you are going through that process, how, as a woman, how can we be there for, if we have that misperception? How can we be there for you?
You see how this dialogue is going? Just like that. Versus somebody jumping head first. You're cheating on me? What you got going on? Is there something going on? No. We don't have time for that. Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a conversation. If you want to know the answers, you will get the answers by asking the question, but in an appropriate manner. You're not going to get the questions that you seek if you coming at somebody so bold and strong. And don't get me wrong, we love our bold and strong and independent women. However, in certain aspects, it's not needed. So a healthy dialogue, I always truly believe a healthy dialogue, you will get all the answers that you need.
Well, y'all heard from Mr. Davis today, and this conversation of men need love too. Listen, I need you guys to go ahead and comment below what stuck out to you in this conversation, okay? Because let me tell you, I strongly believe there's going to be a part 2 to this segment.
Most definitely will be.
Because it's not going to stop here. But before we do go, we're going to go ahead and give the floor to Mr. Davis. You have 15 seconds to go ahead and encourage a sister out there, because you're in a relationship and we're not trying to get jumped, okay? But go ahead and encourage our sisters with 15 seconds of any advice on how to support our men and men need love too.
Well, to everyone out there, women, men, if you have somebody that you're actually interested in, what we're looking for that partner. We're looking for somebody that can actually match our fly. You know, that old saying. So that's what you should be looking for. Don't be looking for a trophy. Don't be looking for, you know, something that you can get out of a relationship, but actually find somebody that actually matches what you have going on. Somebody gonna line up what you got going on, regardless if it's career path, your mental path. It doesn't matter, but anything that you have that common factor in, that's what you should go off of. Not material things, not anything that you see within the future, but something that you can actually say, this is my partner, this is the person that we're gonna conquer. That partner that you're saying that you're gonna conquer the world with. So those are the things that I would say that you should be looking for within that partner, that relationship, so you can eliminate some of those things that you're going through within the relationship.
And there you have it. Once again, you guys, I thank you for tuning in to EP as we have this conversation of Men Need Love Too. I'll see y'all next Wednesday. And you already know you have victory on every side.
Today's episode is sponsored by Are You OK Inc. Mental health is real. Stand in your truth. Be sure to follow them on Instagram at Are You OK or on Facebook at Are You OK Inc.